Well, welcome back. Hey, we've got this Fiat going. Had a bunch of just generic footage, camera kind of taped up on the spray gun, spraying, trying to make something interesting out of it. But hey, this thing has been in here for a few days now. It's gotten a lot colder, which is kind of what I thought it would do. So definitely the reason for getting it sprayed when I sprayed it was once that temperature gets down, even in the mid to lower 60s, I don't really like to spray unless I have to, and only small stuff then, just because the dry times and everything on these products for spraying just in your house garage, basically, you've got to watch that temperature. So I was able to get it all on here. Everything is dried, and now we're starting the old cut and buff process back here. So right now, this is this area has been sanded with 1000 grit, and I'll continue on and do everything on the upper surfaces and just kind of see how late it gets. All right, so after a couple of hours, really went pretty quick. I've got the deck lid all flattened out. The whole left-hand side of the car, it's flat as well. And I've done my hand sanding operations here. So I'm using it's just a Meguiar's sanding pad. It's reasonably stiff, not completely rigid though, still flexible. I use that with 1000 grit wet sandpaper. Make sure whenever you start that you leave the sandpaper in your water for 5-10 minutes before you start sanding. That way the water fully sheets across the back. It prepares that abrasive to start working. Everything gets nice and soft so it doesn't fracture or crack. If you crack that abrasive, then you end up leaving really deep scratches. So just let that thing soak for a while and you'll be fine. I also have just a little piece of a wooden stir stick here that's nice and flat, and I'll use that rolled up in my 1000 grit to flatten any big dirt nibs. I can just flatten them out completely with that small block, and then I'm using the larger block to eliminate smaller dirt nibs and to even out the texture. Once you get down with 1000 grit, down it, just do it to your satisfaction, whatever it might be, and then go back over with 1200 grit. And this 1200 grit paper, you're going to have to probably pass back and forth over each spot 8 or 9 times to get the 1000 grit scratches out. This is a really aggressive sanding regime, but it works very well. I've done a lot of cars this way, and everything comes out nice and flat. I am using a really high solids clear so I can sand this hard and not thin that clear down. So I use a Hutchins model 4500. Got an interface pad on there, and then I have 1500 grit DA paper and 3000 grit DA paper. Use the interface pad because it's nice and soft. Really gives a lot. I don't know how to show you other than to just do it. So I've done the entire car, and then the hood is the last thing that I'm going to do. I figured I'd time lapse that because sanding this whole car is just a lot of repetitive stuff. I have it actually compounded down the sides. Got it pretty close to where it needs to be. Still gonna have to go back and hit some edges. I've been using a rotary tool here, like rotary buffer. This is the Makita, with a foam pad and 3M 6060 compound. So they're extra cut, seems to work really well. And boy, when you get it sanded with the 3000 on the DA, it makes it really easy to get this shine buff back up. So we'll be doing this to the hood just to get that final bit done. It'd be so nice to be able to put this car together and get it going down the road. As you're doing this, you're going to want to do all your sanding steps, keeping everything super clean. I can't stress how important it is to keep dirt out from under your sandpaper because it just scratches the panel that you're trying to make perfect. So once you get it all sanded, then it is important to clean all the clear coat residue off of the panel. You can see my floor. It's pretty bad. Got lots of clear residue down there. That's where you want it. If it's still in the car, there's a chance that it could go in and partially fill sand scratches, get some kind of shine going, and then the first time you wash your car, you end up with scratches back in it, and that's never good. So you've seen we've been working with the new Rupe's Bigfoot buffer here, or rotary tool. I've got a blue pad on it with their coarse compound. So this is the stuff just to get started with, DA coarse, and it works very well. Their products are extremely high quality, and they feel like they are in the price. But you know, well, as with everything, you get what you pay for, and this stuff is serious. It really works great. I'm still learning, getting used to using it, but hey, it works really nice. It's not nearly as aggressive up in these edges and stuff as the old rotary buffer, but I still like that rotary buffer for knocking down the majority of my sanding on the vehicle. But man, this thing, it is really coming around now. I think a few more rounds with the orbital tool out here, and we can get up in this edge where it's a little bit dull still, but that was like 2 inches of dull. And then in here, unfortunately, there may be some hand rubbing involved to get that shiny enough, but hey, it's coming along, and that's what we like to see. So I'm gonna put you guys away, and I'm gonna finish this car. I'll bring you back in after I get done with all of the buffing process, because it's just I've shown you the basics, and then you just have to do it. You gotta get in there, jump in with both feet, tread water, sink a little bit, maybe mess something up and have to repaint it, come back. You get better. The more you mess up, sometimes the better you do. You learn from your mistakes, right? So have a great evening. And, you know, if you like my content, give it the thumbs up, you know, subscribe. Check us out. I'm going to be doing more and more how-to videos. Anxious to get back on some of my other projects. I've got a C10 that I'm building, and really looking forward to getting back over there on it. But the little Fiat, it's so close to being done, I just got to stick it out and get this thing finished. So catch you on the next one.